Template editor. To access the template editor from the application CGFootball, click on the button on the bottom right corner. What is the function template editor? The template editor is intended to apply all the moves, effects and actions that the application then use CGFootball, both graphics and text. I can add reference labels. These objects will be called dynamic objects. Dynamic graphics and text will be replaced by the images of the equipment and the application text CGFootball. Example. A graph we can label as Home Shield, Local Shield. This dynamic graphic is replaced by the local team badge in CGFootball. Pick a video resolutions. Select a module, dynamic widget tree, monitor preview and zoom, main buttons, Windows object, properties and effects. Select a video resolutions. First you choose the format work, PAL 4/3, PAL 16/9, NTSC 4/3, NTSC 16/9, HD 720, HD 1080. The monitor automatically adjusts to the selected video format. If we open any template, this fits the video resolution selected. It is important to create templates previously selecting the final output resolution. For the template editor is able to adapt the templates at different resolutions. Always needs tweaking and manual adaptation. Select the modules. CGFootball consists of 4 modules: main, presentations, statistic, penalties. Main. This module is the backbone of the operation of CGFootball. Includes these events: scoreboard, timer, timer extender, big scoreboard, logo, graphic TV, replay, date, time, player info, coach info, referee info, presenter info, yellow card, second yellow card, red card, player substitution, goal, fault, penalty, corner, player statistic, player stats, team's statistics, comparative statistics of teams, player statistics, comparative statistics of players. In the main module, it disabled the option to create new groups. CGFootball, we need no more major groups. We have all the needs of existing groups. Presentation module. In the example template we're showing we have 5 groups: teams, referees, presenters, aligning local team, alignment visiting team, By default, the new template has no created group. Keep in mind that in this module, if there is a button group, create a group. We can create the group we want for our presentations. CGFootball includes sample templates with groups. In each of the modules, descriptions, statistics and penalties. Pressing the button group, we will create a new group in selected module. Selecting a group within it, we add a subgroup. In another tutorial, learn how to create a template from zero. Functions of the main buttons. Group and subgroup buttons are used to create groups and subgroups within the modules. Text buttons, graphics and animation are used to create new texts. Hard disk or low graphics or animations. The delete button is used to erase groups, subgroups, texts, graphics, animation, etc. that we have selected. The rename button is used to rename. The clone button is used to duplicate. The new button. Create a new template. Note: selecting this option clears the entire editor. If we use a template and want to keep it, before pressing New, save the template in use. The Load button loads a template file in your hard disk. The Save button allows you to save the template loaded into the editor. Save As button saves the modified template with new name. Button Load from CG. Import a template editor in use in the CGFootball, including video resolution we have in the CGFootball. Button to save CG. Send template from editor to use CGFootball. We have an informational window that indicates the name of the template used in the template editor. Options window object. When we have a chart selected in the object tree, we have two options: change the graph. Select the chart. We can assign the desired label. To synchronize with CGFootball, pressing the button to change animation. This option lets you change the graphics for an animation previously saved on your hard drive. The animation options are Loop Animation Infinite, only one loop, one-click animation, and last frame fixed. One loop and hide, one-click animation and hide. Options window object. When selecting a text, we have the list of labels to assign the event to act in CGFootball. In the second line, we can put the text that we reference. Press the font button. We can change the font and size. Pressing the button text color, we change the text color. Pressing the button border text, we change the color of the border. With the numerical value of the right to change the border thickness. The options below allow us to alter the transparency of the selected object. Alpha channel. In the window properties, when we mark a graph, the adjust, you have three possibilities. Adjust AR. Graphic changes while maintaining the original aspect ratio. Within the red box displayed on the monitor, adjust. They adjusted in proportion to the inside of the box without respecting the original proportions of the graph. Not adjust. Keeps the original size of the graph created. If a text Adjust. X. Keep it R. Adjusts the width of the text in red box to maintain the proportion of the text. Set. X, Y, adjusting the text size to box deforming if necessary. Do not adjust. It has the original size of the text. Adjusts X, Y. Oversize only. Adjusting the text size to box deforming if necessary. Just in case that does not fit the text. Set X, keep to oversize only, R. Adjusts the width of the text in red box to maintain the proportion of the text just in case that does not fit the text. Adjust and keep it R. Adjusts the height of the text in the red box to maintain the proportion of the text. Alignment window. It allows us to align inside the box. Graphics. Text and animations. Choosing the option. Center. Left. Right. Centered above. Top left. Right up. Below centered. Below left. Or bottom right. Window alpha. To increase or decrease the transparency of the graphics. Text and animations. The window position X numerically allows us to move left or right. The window position Y. Scroll up or down. The window size. It allows us to vary the size of graphics inside the box. Text and animations. The window W. We increase or decrease to the right or left. H window we increase or decrease up or down. Window. Effect. In/out. It allows us to temporize and change effects to your taste. Making window length. We can select the time that will take time to appear on the screen. After giving the order. Making delay. It allows us to vary the time it takes to make that transition time in milliseconds. Marking fade. Allows us to fade in or out. Marking move. It allows us to enter or leave the graphical text. Up. Down. Right. Left. Marking blur. It allows us to transition the image blurring, depending on whether we want it to fade from right to left, X, or up and down, Y. In both directions, X or Y. Mark squeeze, distortion. We can increase the input image effect, and then decrease output, depending on whether we want to increase or decrease, from right to left, X, or up and down, Y, or both directions, X, Y.